Audubon does projects with schools across the state. And this was a team that has worked very hard on the Bird Island project, and they had some video skill. What we hope to get out of projects, whether it's the Gulf Coast or the Bird Island or whatever, is to give kids enough hands-on problem solving about environmental issues where they get the skills to become leaders about the environment.
Well, it really started with Chris right here. He wanted to know how he could help, and we really weren't able to because there was about a waiting list, about a couple thousand people waiting to go down there and volunteer. They all have to be specially trained, so that was out of the question. So we talked to some community partners, and lo and behold, we were able to actually go down there with some help from Audubon, Arkansas, and some school funding.
We prepared them to be sad. That was one of the things we were warned about. They said a lot of adults come down there and they're very depressed, and some of them cry and all that. So we really prepared them for that. What I was surprised by was their reaction to the people.
Well, for me, I would have to say it's just the impact of what these people have felt. I mean, a couple years ago, they had Katrina come and hit them. Now, a couple years later, they're having another economic disaster for them. They have oil that's going to take away a couple of the key businesses that are going to keep New Orleans up and running. They're going to pay the bills, and it's just kind of sad because we're all humans. We all have to care for each other. We all got to help each other out. And it's just these little mom-and-pop groceries on the side of the road. They're not going to be there anymore because their family can't make a living on just selling vegetables. They have to have something to supplement that, and they won't be able to do that if the Gulf Coast can't provide anymore.
One thing I learned is how fragile the environment is. Like, if we do one mistake like the BP oil spill, it affects everything. It'll affect seafood and the environment, and it affects businesses, and eventually that can kill a whole city.
But it's going to be a lot of slogging hard work to take 12 hours of video in their spare time and turn it into a real documentary. So that remains to be seen. They have storyboarded it and they're given time, but you know, teenagers are busy. They've got jobs, they've got all kinds of things in their life.
If we win maybe one competition or we don't win any, it doesn't matter. We don't care if it gets on Sundance as long as people understand the message.